The power of the third eye. Sure, we've all heard the third eye, right? It's known as the pineal gland. So what's the basic function of the third eye, the pineal gland? Well, according to science, it's supposed to produce basically melatonin, right? Melatonin is the chemical we use basically to help us to sleep. But the third eye is beyond that. The power of the third eye, or the pineal gland, is very powerful. It's basically your invisible eye. It can see beyond the natural light frequency of physical reality. We experience physical reality through light, through different light spectrums in the electromagnetic sphere. Your third eye is beyond that. The powers of the third eye are heightened psychic ability, deep insights, the ability for foresight, to see things in what you call the future, the ability to tap into your inner self, the ability to exercise deep wisdom, understanding, discernment, to see auras, to connect with other spiritual entities, to have deep knowledge, to manifest, to change reality. Why is this possible? Well, because the eye is located at a critical point in the body. It's right behind the forehead, right in that center there. And the eye is very powerful because it is crystalline. Deep, if you get into the eye, if you look into the pineal gland and we use a microscope, an electron microscope, you get deep down, you see the eyes actually has crystals in it. It's crystalline. And these crystalline structures, they vibrate. They vibrate at a very, very high electromagnetic chemical. Basically, it's a signal in quantum terms to the universe. When you have your third eye open, you're beyond powerful. You can see beyond this matrix. You can experience things. You can see things before they actually happen. You can manipulate your reality. You can get insights to create, to change ideas, anything you want. It's the power of the third eye. Now that leads me to a question. So why haven't all of us done it? Why isn't this national news? Why haven't everybody teach this in school? Why can't we do this? Well, it's just not how it is. It's just not how this society, or what I call this matrix, is set up. It's not set up for that. It's basically set up for intellect mind, for logic, structure, analytical mind. The few, and I mean few compared to the population, the few I call lucky ones or chosen ones that have this knowledge and this understanding of this eye, they are the ones that can take their reality to the next level. They are the ones that can change the world and help humanity. And this is why this information is out. This is why I'm putting this out now, to show you that there is that power resides within you so that you can open and use it. So the question becomes, all right, so we have this powerful part of us, the all-seeing eye, that invisible eye. How can I open it? Should I open it? There's a lot of stigmas with the third eye, right? If you open the third eye, you'll see spirits, you'll see demons. All that is inaccurate. So how can I open my eye? Naturally, organically? Well, you can open the eye, and sometimes the eye opens naturally or organically when you have an awakening. When you start to feel and see the synchronicities, your eye is actually opening basically through an awareness and a power beyond the physical. It's your higher self that's activating or opening that eye. But there's an organic way you can open your third eye, and I'll teach you right now. All you have to do is you just close your eyes. With your eyes closed, look at the eye between your forehead, between your eyebrows. So you close your eyes. With your eyes closed, take your eyes and look between your eyebrows, right there, between your forehead, between the top point of your forehead and the bridge part right above your nose. If you do that and you do some deep breathing, you're naturally opening your eye. You're organically opening your eye. Now the eye becomes difficult to open because of our diet, because of calcification, because certain chemicals and products in our diet can calcify the eye. So to open the eye takes energy and vibration. You can meditate. That will also open your third eye. But the key point is this. Once you have an understanding that this third eye is this very powerful part of you, It's sight beyond sight. It's actually your true eye. So why would we call it a third eye? Well, we have two eyes, right? And then why would we have a third eye? Well, it's symbolic, because here's the thing. The eye, or the third eye, is the all-seeing eye. With our two eyes here, we're just seeing part of the story. With that third eye, you're seeing the entire field. You're seeing beyond. You're seeing the makings of it. You're seeing the invisible formation of actual reality. So imagine that. If you tap into that, you'll have senses that you can pick up people's vibe. You can pick up the energies. You can have foresight. You can see things before they happen in another timeline. And then you can use that accordingly. You can have psychic gifts, telepathy. All these gifts now become heightened because the eye is connected and interwoven in the fabric of space-time. It's actually connected to us. So how do we develop this powerful thing here, this powerful gland? Where did it come from? Is it natural? Well, let me share a story with you. So human beings, we are known as Homo sapiens. Humans, we evolved. This earth is billions of years old, millions of years ago. The first humans were known as Homo erectus. And something incredible happened. Human beings now and our ancestors are totally different. This is why we have a monkey brain, or we have a primitive brain known as the ego, because we have these two components from our ancestors, Homo erectus. These were pre-humans, or humans, that their primary survival was foraging, survival. They didn't have critical thinking. They didn't develop it. They were what you call the Neanderthals, right? So that developed the fourth part of our brain, which is the conscious brain for survival, fear, doubt, worry. You know, when a lion or something attack, we get scared and we get aggressive. That's it. But then something happened in the evolutionary part between a 2200 year gap. We jumped from that to Homo sapiens. And according to how the science worked, this was literally impossible. We couldn't have evolved that quick. Something interfered with our genetics. And the answer lies in what's known as chromosome number 2. Geneticists now have discovered that this chromosome number 2 that's in us right now, it's not naturally made. It was fused. In other words, it was tampered with. It was geneticized. It was created. So something created that part of us. Now, there are a lot of theories here. Sure, we have familiar with the Anunnakis, that they came here to mine gold, and they experimented, and they used geneticists, and they created us Homo sapiens because we had the ability to think. But that right there, chromosome number 2, is what created and gave us those powers within the third eye. Chromosome number 2 opened up our ability to deep think, to free think, to create. That's where the subconscious now, that's where the higher self starts to come in. Now we are separated from the monkey brain. But see, we still have those two parts of the mind. We still have our primitive, that's why we call it the monkey brain, because that was derived from our ancestors, Homo erectus. And now, Homo sapiens, we have this all-empowered spiritual part of us that somehow the genes were manipulated. There's no way it could have just evolved within that time. And we know that because now chromosome number 2, by examining that chromosome, we can see that it was actually tampered with. It was genetically or intelligently fused together by something. So it could be Anunnakis, that's up for debate, but we definitely know that there was some other intelligence that created. You can say God or whatever, but we know it's there. But that's the part that gave us this ability we have now, that we developed that now. So we had the pineal gland, and at first it was just used to regulate sleep. But as we started to evolve now, we started to tie into this higher consciousness, and we started to tie into our true selves or our true souls. And with this, we unlock the power of the infinite universe. That's a story about how we developed this powerful tool that was always within us. But now, because of our evolution, we have extraordinary powers to see beyond. So you should use this. You should take advantage of this. You should start to naturally or organically open your eye, your third eye. Because with the time we're living in what we call a matrix. It's a false prison of the mind, a false prison of reality. It's designed to hold us and dummy us down. And individuals that can tap into this part of their consciousness and open this eye, they have the ability to change and create a marvelous reality. So that's why we all should start to look into and take advantage of our true powers and our true selves in changing and creating our desired reality.